if you're not the one standing out, like absolutely a standout, you're really not going to make it. I mean, it's just
And the funny thing was that Ricardo was getting a lot of time in NXT. He was under a mask, but he was getting a lot of TV time.
He was, and he was getting a lot of, which I thought was really weird. He was getting a lot of pay-per-view time.
Yep.
On the Spanish announce table, they always went over to the Spanish announce table and made sure that they said that Ricardo Rodriguez was over there, and I thought it kind of weird that they kept, going to Ricardo Rodriguez, and then they were coming back to, him in NXT and things like that, and then they release. I mean, for all we know, he could have asked for his release. He could have just said, if you're going to start releasing any guys soon, let me know. I'd like to be one of those guys that you release. I mean, you really don't know.
Yeah, unless you're involved in the release itself, you really don't know how these things happen or what's involved in the decision.
Yeah, it just I don't know. It's look, I'm not. I'm a business owner. I've also run $1 million businesses. There's nothing worse than having to let somebody go because of staff cuts.
Yeah,
and I'm sure whoever had to do these, it wasn't something that was fun for them to do. Rodriguez probably got released by telephone. That's pretty much how it goes with the WWE superstars because they're scattered all over the country. But when it comes to guys and ladies that work in Stanford, they're coming to work and they're getting dragged into an office and released and given probably, 2 hours with a cardboard box to clean out their desk.
And they're probably getting a nice severance and everything to hold them over until they can find another job. But this is their livelihoods. Like, we're not talking about people who are on TV doing being entertainers. These are businessmen and women who live, who have to support their families and things like that. So I feel like as much as it really sucks to get rid of on-air talent, I feel like it's more difficult to get rid of businessmen and women who are working in Stanford and busting their butts every day trying to make the on-air talent look as good as they do.
Absolutely. And, not to plug the event again from yesterday, if you go to YouTube, you can search for us, Damage 365 Radio, or you can go to youtube.com/Damage365 Archives. We just posted last night the Hulk Hogan Q&A from I Play America yesterday, and he actually references Stamford, Connecticut. So when Hogan was brought back, he had to be brought back on basically what he called kind of like brought up on the media aspects of the company now.
Mm-hmm.
And he said when he left the company the first time, when you left the office in Stanford, it was one big office and one big meeting room. And he goes, now you walk in, it's like NASA and the FBI. He goes, there's people working they're not working 24 hours, but they're the office is open and being run by people 24 hours a day. There's multiple 8-hour shifts continuously throughout the 24-hour day. So there's constantly people, producing stuff for the network, doing this, doing that. Always something going on, something active, always somebody there in that Stamford, Connecticut office 24 hours a day.
And you got to look at it too, with the network up and running and people using it literally 24/7. God forbid something goes down God forbid the network goes down. They have to have somebody there to be able to fix it so it's back up and running and they don't lose customers.
Absolutely, somebody's got to be there. There's got to be a troubleshooter. There's got to be somebody there to take care of any technical issues, whether it's WWE.com, whether it's the app or the network, whatever they got going on, whether it's their Twitter page, their Facebook pages, their corporately run Facebook pages of their superstars, whether it's their merchandise store online, whatever it is, there's just something going on. There's always got to be somebody there 24/7. So it's a crazy thing. I mean, excuse me. It's just there's always something functioning at that office.
It's a multi-million-dollar company, and somebody's got to be there to run it all the time. Vince and Hunter and Steph and whoever else is up on the top level like that, they can't always be there. They're on the road. They're on TV. They're doing this and that. There's got to be somebody in Stanford running it. And if that person's not there, there's got to be somebody below them running it. If that person's not there, so on and so on. Somebody's got to be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's tough. I mean, it's not, I know this is what people do for a living, but this is what we're trying to explain to you. So when they have to release people, it kind of tells you what kind of financial bind they might be in, that they really, really, really need these people. They're essential to be there, and yet they have to release them because of budget cuts. So it kind of tells you what kind of bind they might be in. 7% of your staff doesn't sound like a lot, but when you got 1,000 people and you're releasing 70 of them, that's a lot of people.
And another thing is, the people that are getting released, their jobs still need to be done. So all the stuff that they were doing is going off to the people who are staying. And those people aren't getting raises. So not only are they keeping their jobs, but they're taking on more workload for the same price.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, all right, so definitely Steve Sterling will not be calling into the show, but Jarret Foster will be. He just messaged me to let me know he got called into work last minute. Not a big deal. I mean, it's, we got one half of the tag team champs. We got the comic relief half, I guess you can say.
Please get ready, everybody who's listening right now. You will have fun for the next 20 minutes. Jarret Foster is an absolute riot.
I'm going to activate the shut your face, shut your mouth, shut up counter.
Please do.
It will be activated. The under-over for the show of a less than 20-minute segment will be. I'm gonna go with 8. I'm gonna go with 8 and under.
I'm gonna go over. I'll take the over on that. I'm a betting man. I'll take the over.
If he's listening right now, he's definitely gonna basically open up the show by telling us to shut up. So
probably multiple times too.
He's gonna say his first 9 words just so it could go over is gonna be shut up. So I think that's him giving us a call. So let's take that call right now. We got one half of JCW's tag team champions, Bright Lights, Jarret Foster, giving us a call. Welcome to the show.
What's up, gentlemen? How we doing?
I'm good. I'm actually kind of disappointed that you didn't tell us to shut up right off the bat.
Oh, I mean, there's always time for that, and I'll just start out now. Then why don't you just shut the hell up? How many? Well, what's the count up to at the last show? I don't even know.
The last show I was at, you shattered record amongst records. It was 17 times. Wow. I mean, that without having any other words said in a sentence, I don't even know how you would break that next show.
Oh, I can do it. I mean, that's one thing that I thrive on. I think I'm going to do it. As long as my counters are there, I'm good. I can definitely get the job done. So what's up?
Not much. You're enjoying your summer break away from wrestling, and you guys are going to be getting back into the thick of things very soon. I mean, October will be here before you know it.
Listen, I tell you, there's like a buzz going around. I'm sure you've been all over. I mean, even the blogs are, picking the stuff up. It's like JCW is, clearly back on the map, and the upcoming year is. I'm excited, and having nothing to do really with even our championship run. It's just I'm excited for the people coming in. I'm excited for the J Cup. I'm excited for fans. I mean, fans are starting to really pile in again and react well, and I think you could tell. I mean, you go to the shows, and
yep.
It's just starting to spread like wildfire, and I hope it just continues on. And what I can tell you just from speaking to a bunch of people behind the scenes is that big things are planned. I mean, I think everybody kind of feels that and sees that little bits are getting out there now, but big things are planned. And I mean, just even October 18th, the show, I think it's in Brick, the show in Brick, October 18th. Mick Foley's on that. I mean, and for us, I mean, to date, I would say Mick Foley. I mean, obviously Jake Roberts, and we have great names, but now Mick Foley being a part of this next show is a really an awesome way to bounce back into this year. So yeah, I'm excited. I think everybody is too.
I'm very excited, and I'm also excited that Damage 365 is going to be taking a little bit more of a kind of a contributing role to JCW, where we're pretty much going to stay exclusively with JCW and help out, whether it's promoting or kind of help bringing in some talent from the outside, and helping with all that, from the gimmick table to merchandise to even just catering to the fans a little bit. We want to get more heavily involved, and Ricky has allowed us that opportunity. So more of that down the road I'll get into with our fans to let them
That's
know.
Great.
But it's gonna be great, whether if I got to sell some light sticks for glitz and glamour to the kids when they wave around when you guys come in, that's all part of it.
See, these are all the reasons why I hate you.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I liked it when you guys wore your light stick glasses. I loved it.
Listen. There's going to be plenty of lights, but you just stick to your damn radio show, okay? Leave the lights to me. You just stick to your show.
Oh, man. Well, nothing beats the time where you guys were in the ring, and we got the greatest free promo from Glitz and Glamour when you climbed the rope, pointed right to our table in the corner, and told everybody to shut up, especially that radio station in the corner.
It's funny. I just did a show a couple weeks ago, and a woman came over to me afterwards and was like, "Do you realize what you said to me?" And I said, no, I don't. And she said, "You told me you hated my shirt. I look disgusting, and just shut the hell up." I said, I don't remember that. What am I supposed to do, apologize? But yeah, when I came out there and I see you guys sitting there and everybody's laughing, I see your numbers, your fingers going up, how many times I'm going to say it. Hey, you're damn right, shut up. Let us do our thing. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, but, hey, listen, you guys are great, and I just hope that you guys continue to bring cookies.
Oh yeah,
and that's really the only reason why we care that you're there.
That's what I pretty much figured. That's the female influence of the radio show. We bring cookies to the guests so they can get nice and nauseous before their matches from all the sugar.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I think as you could tell, I'm not really caring much about eating cookies before a match. I don't exactly fit the bill, but I get the job done.
That's what you say to us all the time. You're like, "Look at me, I shouldn't be wrestling. But you're good at it. You entertain the crowd. You have the mouth for the business, that's for sure. But you're athletic enough. You know what you're doing in there. You're not making an ass out of yourself, and you're not embarrassing the company. That's for sure.
No, and you know what? That's kind of why I kind of love getting involved. When I originally got involved with JCW, and I love JCW because if you look at the roster on the website, there's just so many different characters and so many different shapes and sizes, and you obviously have the guys with the bodies and the guys that are huge, and the Sons of Kamala, and you got the big guys, and then you got the smaller guys, and you got the guys that can talk. And for me too, I say this to everyone, especially with Glitz and Glamour. Sterling is the muscle. Sterling is the muscle. He is the strength of our tag team. And on the flip side of it, I'm that arrogant ass. But who can also, I feel like who can also hang. And I think people underestimate that too, right? When we're going out there and having our matches, people underestimate that and think, okay, so this guy, this is going to be awful. And then I go out there and somehow do it. But I appreciate when people can notice that. But I do say, I jokingly say all the time, I shouldn't be a wrestler. Look at me. I have a brother who's 6'5", and he's 250 pounds. And then I come out and it's like, well, how come he's not the wrestler? So I get that all the time. But no, I think what's key too, and obviously you guys always, talking to all these guys, all these names, And if you look at TV nowadays with WWE, it's just the guys with the size, that was way back then.